Hey everyone, it's Mr. Flying Pig HD here with Henry Hotspur. Happy bonfire night to you. There's fireworks going off outside my house right now, so apologies for that. We're not in Baghdad. How's it going, Henry?
Very well. Long time no see.
Yeah, it's been a while, hasn't it, since you've been on the channel. Good to have you back. Just going to have a little chat today about what's going on tomorrow. Of course, the London or the North London derby. You've got Spurs versus Arsenal tomorrow.
Big
Huge game. Is that at the Emirates?
It is indeed, yeah.
Tough game. That will really be a chance for Spurs to show what they've got this season. Are they going to mount a serious challenge? This is a game
we're undefeated,
that, really.
undefeated, best defence in the league. We just haven't been winning our last couple of games, but before that we were right up there. We're still right up there. Like a win and Man City drew today. Like we're right in this.
Do you think Spurs
we should be going for a title
side?
charge? I'm guaranteeing people out there right now.
Going for a title charge.
I'll eat humble pie. If we don't finish top four, we will finish top four this season. I guarantee you.
Fair play. Do you think you'll improve on last season?
I think we will. I think we will. What Harry Kane needed a rest. It's almost good that he got injured because he was at that stage where he played all of the Euros. He got fucking dissed for his shit fucking corners for England. He just needed a bit of time out there. Just to realise, no, you don't take corners, Harry Kane.
Yeah.
And you should be.
Well, that wasn't his fault, was it? That was Roy Hodgson.
Yeah,
that was Roy Hodgson's doing. Why the fuck would you have Harry Kane taking corners? It still pisses me off to this day.
Stupid.
Unbelievable.
Anyway, Harry Kane will be back from injury very, very soon, and we're not.
Son for you. What's his name?
Yeah, Son Heung-min.
Son Heung-min, absolute quality this season. I know he was good last season, but this year he's like coming to a world of his own. He has filled that Harry Kane-shaped hole. He's been scoring goals, setting things up. He looks like an absolute beast.
He's not even a striker. He's like an attack for me. He's like a central centre forward, kind of like a central attacking midfielder. Kind of guy,
Yeah.
100%.
No, he's definitely a good player. I think Spurs are looking stronger than they did last season. I thought they looked really good last year. They haven't been winning the games, but consistently good defensively, consistently getting good results. Tomorrow's a huge game for them. I don't know if they can beat Arsenal at the moment.
I'd love to be the Invincibles. Arsenal was the Invincibles in the previous decade, and it could happen for us this season. It's very, very unlikely. But just imagine if we beat Arsenal tomorrow, then the hope will be there. We beat Arsenal at the Emirates. If anyone's going to end our, invincible charge, it's going to be Arsenal. But let's hope that.
Yeah, I don't see you going the season unbeaten, but I like your optimism, Henry. I do.
Who knows?
I love it. What's your prediction for the game tomorrow then? Do you think you are going to win? Do you think it's going to be a draw? I think at very best for Spurs tomorrow, it's going to be a draw. They are good defensively.
Do you know
Arsenal
what?
look fantastic at the moment.
I'd love it if it was a 2-1, like proper thriller. Do you know what I mean? We score first, or maybe they score first, and then we come back in it and just clinch it at the end, like classic days. Maybe a little penno or something.
That's what you want, but do you think that's going to happen? You're going to win the game?
I think it could happen.
Could happen. Who knows? Spurs are looking good. Arsenal are looking good. I think both those sides are going to finish top four this season. Don't know if you can say the same about United. United, of course, had a bit of a shit spell at the moment recently under Jose Mourinho. Of course, he needs time. He's got to get his whole tactics and mentality and everything into the players, change the team up. They've been playing a certain way for the last couple of seasons. He's got the same sort of players. Okay, we brought some other quality players in, but they haven't really performed. Pogba's not performed. Zlatan's had a spell of about 6 or 7 games now where he's looked like an absolute shitbag. So it's just not been going Mourinho's way. Where are we in the league at the moment? 8th, 9th, 7th? I've forgotten, but it's somewhere in that region. Can we mount a serious challenge for top 4? Well, I think we will just about nick top 4 this season, but there's a long way to go. There's a lot of teams vying for those positions. At the moment, United are not well placed. And with the form, the way it has been, there's definitely some serious questions hanging over the side, hanging over Mourinho. Do we have a side capable of getting top 4? I don't know. Even though we spent a shitload of money, we don't look any freaking better. We just don't, do we? It's depressing as fuck at the moment at United.
Well, my question to you is, with Mourinho, I really want to know, obviously you want to keep him for next season. How long do you want to have Mourinho?
He's got to have time. He's got to have time. Look at Alex Ferguson at the start of his era. I know it's totally 2 different situations they're coming into, but Fergie didn't have a good start. They kept the faith in him. I think Mourinho is the man for the job. He's the man I wanted to replace for Alex Ferguson straight off. At that time, that's who I thought should be Manchester United manager, because look at his CV. He's won countless things in such a short space of time. He's a freaking great manager. Even when was his last trophy that he won? The Premier League trophy with Chelsea, a couple of seasons ago? It wasn't long ago, you know what I mean? He's a seasoned manager.
Oh, for sure. He's the best manager in the world. I still believe that. I do.
He's definitely in the argument anyway. If he's not the best, he's certainly in and around the argument. People saying, Pep Guardiola, based on what he's done, even Jurgen Klopp.
Drew today.
Yeah, have some of that, City! What's that Middlesbrough pop up at the end there, did he? Come on, my son! Absolutely buzzing about that. No, seriously, that pumped me right up. That pumped me right up. But based on how we've been doing recently, tomorrow we've got Swansea. We've got to win that game. If we don't win that game, then it could be a catastrophe at United because confidence is already an all-time low. What's that? 3 games in a row I think we've lost or had shitty performances in. It's not good enough. We've got to start the upturn, and that has to happen tomorrow against Swansea. It freaking has to.
So what happens if worst comes to worst and Mourinho has a shit season? At what point does he become sackable?
I don't know. He's a very volatile character, isn't he? He could do some stuff that changes fan opinion and all that, but I think you've got to give him time. He could finish 10th in my opinion. I still think we should start the next season with him and see how he goes.
What about 11th?
Well, I don't know what the point I'm trying to make is. I don't think.
No, we need to narrow you down to a number here.
Okay, it's ridiculous because I was asking, for Louis van Gaal to leave when he was finishing 4th. David Moyes, not really finishing 4th, but just in the mix. David Moyes,
so now you finally accepted that United just aren't that good anymore.
No, fuck you.
That's what you're trying to say.
I wanted Jose Mourinho, to come in from the start. Now we've got, I think, like you said, you still think he's the best manager in the world. So do I. I don't care based on the end that he had with Chelsea and the shaky start he's had here at United. Let's just not forget he's not had very much time, has he?
But bottom line, if you got relegated, he'd have to go.
United are never going to get relegated, though.
If it happened theoretically, he'd have to go.
He'd have to go. He'd have to go.
So if he just
if
he survives a relegation battle, finishes 17th, do you keep him?
United are not in a relegation battle.
No, I need to narrow down to a number. We're between 11 and 17 at the moment. What is it? What is it?
17th.
So 17th.
As long as we're in the Premier League and we win the title next year, I don't care if he needs to totally upend the whole United side.
If he finishes 17th and then Moyes finished 16th with Sunderland,
Moyes finished.
That'd be brilliant, wouldn't it? Or Moyes puts you down with Sunderland. Mourinho would have to go get Moyes back in.
You can't say though, can you? Because it depends on so many factors. If we're playing great and losing games, then you stick with him. If we're playing like Louis van Gaal in disguise, then you've got to make the change. But the last few games United have played that sort of style, that Louis van Gaal / David Moyes hybrid style. It's been poor. But time, there's a lot of time. There's a lot of time to go in this season yet. Can Manchester United improve? We have to. There's no excuses. Just stop picking Marouane Fellaini, Jose. That will help. He's not a United caliber player. He doesn't fit in that United side. Look at the team we had out there against Fenerbahce the other night. It did not look like a United team. It was poor. Not enough quality throughout. I know it's the Europa League. Bit of rotation involved there. But even so, not good enough.
Final thoughts on, we're going to finish this on Pogba. I mean, is he a United player?
More like Dogba, because he's dog, isn't he? No, he's...
You wish he was Drogba, really. Drogba at his height. Fantastic.
Oh, fantastic, yeah. But, complete twat. Fair play to him. No, you've got to respect Didier. Anyway, but Paul Pogba, he's not done it. £89 million, way too much money, far too much money, especially for a player who's not coming in there and looking like he's costed even half that. He looks like a £6 million player. I think, based on his performances so far this season, I'd rather kept Tom Cleverley around the place. You know what I mean? No. In some games, Pogba's looked fantastic, with his build-up play. Even the last couple of games, he's put in some worldy crosses that are just fantastic assists, and his teammates should be putting them away, but they're not. Zlatan was one of the main culprits. So,
has Zlatan let you down recently?
Yeah, he has let us down recently. He's not looked up to it. His finishing's been way off. I think he's had like 46 shots on goal, since his last goal. It's just not good enough. Not good enough for a striker who's supposed to be world class.
The Hippo landed, made an impact, and now it's kind of just fucking drying in the heat, fucking dying.
The airship Hippo, Zlatan.
Yeah, the airship Hippo's just there with fucking little flies buzzing around, and it's like, fucking get up, you cunt.
He needs rehydrating. That's what he needs. 100%. Somebody rehydrate that prick. Do you know what I mean?
100%.
But no, not happy with how them two are performing. Pogba, he needs time. He will settle into the side, I'm sure. Look at how he was last season. He's basically the best player in Serie A, and for the season before that. That doesn't just go overnight. But he's got to start doing it because he's cost a shitload of money. If you're not going to get the return from it, what the fuck are you doing there? Plus, it's on 300 grand a week or something. As is Zlatan. That's too much money to be paying out when you're not getting the results. Yeah, so there we have it. Covered a couple of things there today. We've got the 2 big games coming up for tomorrow in the Premier League. Arsenal versus Spurs. And of course, Swansea versus Manchester United. 2 huge games for both of our sides in context of the season, because it shows how Spurs are placed this season. Can they keep up with the chase in the hunt for the title, hunt for top 4, and beat a good side like Arsenal away? And can Manchester United put this terrible run of form that we've been having behind us and get the 3 points against Swansea, which is the all-important thing from the game tomorrow? Come on, my son! Anything else to add?
I think I just wanted to mention... I've actually forgotten. I had something good to say, and it's just gone out of my head.
What have you been smoking on, son?
So fucking annoying. What was I going to talk about?
Something to do with Tottenham or football?
No, it was about...
Manchester United? Mourinho?
It was about United. I can't remember.
Matteo Darmian?
I'll remember it. I'll remember it a bit. Don't worry.
Alright, just forget it. We'll leave it there. Bit of a shit end to this video now, Henry.
Sorry.
Well done.
What's happened to the classic?
You've turned it into a complete steaming pile of Hotspur.
Henry Hotspur finishes, I know. I do apologise.
Right, thank you very much for watching. Get your comments
yes, I remember. I know what it is. Okay, right, so for whatever reason De Gea goes at some point, okay,
right.
Do you think that Kasper Schmeichel is good enough for United potentially?
Well, he kept the goal in a Premier League title winning season for Leicester, so I don't see why not. But I don't think he's as good as his dad. I think United would opt for a better, more established world-class keeper.
Do you think he can be?
He's a great keeper. Yeah, I don't see why not. He's a great keeper.
Do you think he could become as good as his dad?
No.
That's harsh.
No,
especially
because,
if he heard that.
Because nobody can become as good as his dad. He was basically the best goalkeeper ever lived.
Well, Peter Schmeichel.
Yeah.
Okay, but
even David De Gea, in my opinion, is no Schmeichel. Schmeichel has a special place in my heart, and that's based on his contribution to United, but also his talent.
How old is young Kasper?
I don't know, 27, 28? I don't even think he's that young. I know keepers go on longer.
Keepers can get better in their
No, he's a good keeper. He's not a great keeper. He's a good keeper. But no, I wouldn't have him at United. But
that's a shame.
Who knows?
I'd love to see him at United because it's kind of like, Schmeichel and
Who knows? What do you think about that? Comment below. Also comment about what you think is going to happen in the 2 main games that we discussed today tomorrow. I'm going for United victory, 3-1. Don't know really, who's going to score the goals. Just hopefully a good team performance. What is the team that Mourinho's going to put out? Is he going to put his faith in Zlatan even though he's been shit? I think Marcus Rashford should get the nod up front. And Paul Pogba's injured, of course, at the moment, so he won't be featuring. Get your team selections in below and your score predictions for the games tomorrow. I've been Mr. Flying Pig HD. He's been Henry Hotspur. Thank you very much for watching this. Chuck a like on this video and subscribe to the channel for upcoming videos. Of course, I'll be doing the match reaction for the game tomorrow, so keep a lookout for that and upcoming Pigcast. You can also find this Pigcast on iTunes and the podcast app on your phone. So thank you very much for watching. Take it easy. This is the Pig. Come on, United!
2-0 United against Swansea and 2-1 Spurs.
Sorry, I didn't ask you for your prediction, did I?
Well, you're asking every other cunt out there.
I think I did at the start of the video and you neglected to mention it then. You had to spoil the end of the video again.
Well, what's your Tottenham Arsenal verdict?
Don't give a shit. 0-0, poor draw.
Prick.
That's the end of the video. Take it easy.